was hearing it. Yeah. Hello. We're back.
We're back. Thank you. Wow. Robbie, I think we've been found out. We're not very professional, are we?
Well, at the end of the day, at least we're live.
That's right. Yeah. Could you imagine anything worse than just doing it while you were dead? It would be kind of like just...
Oh, no, yeah. Boys, I can see you in the background there, so thanks for joining us.
Thanks, mate.
We got some guests coming up today. Anyway, right, so we were live. I think what happened was, I'm going to confess, I think it was my fault. I was listening to, I had YouTube on another streaming thing, and I think I was hearing myself go round. So we were live, and it was playing it through YouTube, coming through the headphones, and I was going, because it was looping, but I couldn't figure out why. So ignore that. If you forget that, we had a brilliant start. So
yeah.
It was great.
Welcome to Chatting Sounds. Fantastic.
Yeah, welcome along to this Sunday afternoon chat. Cool. So as per, let's carry on how we normally do. What have you been listening to this week?
All right. Well, I went on holiday a couple of weeks ago, and I went down and I went to a boot sale, and I got some really good albums at a cheap price. Nice. And this album I love. I haven't had it in years. Some people don't like it. I do.
Oh yeah, Wings.
Venus and Mars by Paul McCartney and Wings, of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah. From what was it, 70, 75 or something like that?
I think it was earlier. Yeah.
I don't know, because I remember listening to most of those songs when Wings Over America came out.
Yeah,
the live album, and I got this, and it was like fantastic. A lot of people think that it's kind of like kids songs, really simple, and I love that stuff though. It's great.
I mean, I think it's one of the first early concept albums as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Elucidate. Go on, tell us why.
Well, I just think it's got that Egyptian sounding sort of rock show idea, and I don't know why, but I always get like pyramids and sphinx in my mind when I listen to it.
Well, yeah,
I don't know why, but there must be a bit in there. I think it goes and it's the bit. There's something in there that makes me think it's Egyptian or something.
Yeah, well, there's a song "Spirits of Ancient Egypt," isn't there?
Oh, is that right? Okay, then.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But I think it's because of the symbolism of like the circles and all that sort of stuff. I think I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, in my mind, it's a concept album, but one of the early ones, like when Dark Side was around and stuff like that.
Oh, right,
so I don't know why, but it's always been in my head that it's a concept album for some reason. But
yeah, I like it. It's kind of simple. I really love Magneto and Titanium more.
Yeah,
it's a great song. I don't know why it's not played more. It's a lot of fun, and it's
an interesting song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really, really great song. And he wrote a lot of those in preparation for the tour he was doing, the world tour.
Yeah, it's a good album. If people haven't heard it, they've got to check it out. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Or they can just wait till November 5th. Maybe Paul will show up and play a couple of songs.
We will talk about that later. Why? So it's just coincidental. We don't, before we go on air, we never talk about what we're listening to, do we?
No, we don't. No, we hardly talk at all unless we're online.
Yeah, we hate each other real life. But I was listening to this, which is the Beatles live.
Star Club, yeah.
So this album's a bootleg that was. So I think Apple own it now. I think they've bought. This is the 1977 release of it.
Yeah.
So this was my dad's. But yeah, so this was obviously come out in 77. It was a bootleg, and there's a whole argument about who recorded it. There's loads of people saying that the Beatles recorded it. Someone said that it just happened to have a microphone. But I think this is one of the best ones for capturing them in the early days when they were really raw and they were just playing. Like,
they were honing their skills, weren't they?
Yeah, and there's lots of chatting and bits of swearing, and John's telling people to shut up and stuff like that.
Yeah. And they do traditional songs too, don't they?
They do. Yeah, I think Till There Was You was on there, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, Besame Mucho's on there. But yeah, it's a really cool album. You can hear the crowd shouting at them, and you can hear the just the audience being crazy and being really abusive. And then you get the feeling that because it's 62, I think that was the end of their contract there, that they didn't actually want to be there.
Yeah.
You've kind of got that, let's get through this and get home.
Had enough.
Idea. Yeah. But there's a whole, if I can find it, there's a guy called Andrew from Parlophone, I think it's called, and he does Beatles albums and box sets, and he goes through them like in depth. And there's a whole 20-minute video just on this album, and he goes right into, and it's brilliant. So if I find it, I'll put this as a tag so people want to find out more about it. But it's a great album. This is what they need to use the new AI separation technology on, this album.
Yeah.
They need, they need to buy this. Apple needs to buy this. Then they need to run it through all that stuff and strip out all the room noise. Yeah, and then you'll get a real sense of the Beatles playing live. I think they've bought it now. I'm sure they bought it. They got offered it in the 90s. I think they said no, and then someone released it again because once this tape was out, it could be released millions of times. So I think there's about 7 copies of this album, but this is the one that people recognise as the main thing. So yeah. this is what I've been listening to this week. It's
Yeah.
a bit scratchy and it's a bit rough, but I really like how raw it is, and you can hear the early Beatles and their
Yeah, and it's unusual for you, isn't it? Because you're not the biggest fan of the early Beatles. You like the more developed stuff, don't you?
Oh yeah, from Rubber Soul onwards. That's when
yeah.
absolute genius. Apart from that, I just think it's all sort of just fluff, and it's of its time. I mean, it was of its time. Don't get me wrong; they needed to do what they were doing to get noticed. But I think that's when they were really, really important, and when they were really special. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to this week. Anything else you've been listening to?
No, that's it. I've only listened to. Well, you know what? I actually wanted to listen to. I don't know. It's kind of like I forget what they call it, but there's this band. And the song has been playing on a lot of pop radio stations forever. It's always playing. Stacy's Mom, do you know that song?
Oh yeah, Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fountains of Wayne. So I had their album from the 90s. I can't remember what it's called. Something like Weather and Traffic or something like that. And there was a song called Somebody to Love. It was really much better than Stacy's Mom, you know? They've got 6 albums. They've got a lot of stuff. Really? And a lot of it is better than, you know, the one song that they're remembered for, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. So that's all.
I mean, did the singer pass away recently? I thought he passed away.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I don't know if it was recent. I don't know when it was, but yeah, he did pass away.
Good man. Interestingly, about 4 weeks ago, I was in London, and there was a free gig by Maideners Cider, and they had some bands coming on, and they had some Scouting for Girls. I don't know if you remember them. They had the song.
Yeah.
Well, it was one of the things they said, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, it's free. Let's go. And it'd be all right. If it's rubbish, it's rubbish. It's free. It doesn't matter. Exactly. Anyway, they come on and they were brilliant. It turns out they were brilliant live. And they did a song, I think it was called like Fireball or something like that. And it came out the same week as Stacey's Mum. And they realized when they were going to release it that week, it sounds exactly the same.
Really?
And melody. And they'd accidentally written the same song. So that scrapped their entire song. So, you know, thousands of pounds went totally down the toilet.
Yeah, jeez, wow.
In one go. But they were really good. And interestingly, I interviewed a guy called Simon Williams that runs Fierce Panda, and he had Scouting for Girls signed to the label, and he was saying that they were really good at playing the pub circuit. They didn't want to go straight to the bigger stadiums. They wanted to do all the terrible stuff first, and then, you know, finally get signed. And I think it pays off because they did play brilliantly. We should quickly add as well, if anyone's watching out there wants to say hello or contribute, if you message on whatever system you're listening to, we can read it in the comments. So if you want to say hello or give us something to talk about, feel free to, or if you think I disagree or I agree, you know, just
let us know what you're thinking about.
That's it, yeah. But our glasses can't change. That's the only thing we can't change.
Yeah. Well, that hat, mate. Maybe.
Yeah, that's the hat. So I'll be listening to this as well today.
Wow.
A bit of Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Before young. Great album. You know, Laurel Canyon magic, as they say, where they were all living in. And then Henry Dukes took this picture, and they went there and did this, and they weren't happy with it, and then went back the next day, and the house had been torn down, the sofa was missing. So
that's right. Yeah,
it was a picturing time because that house was gone the next day.
Yeah, because. I think they weren't happy with it because it wasn't Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. It wasn't Crosby, Stills, and Nash. You know, they were in the wrong order. Then they thought they'll flip the photo, but then they'd be wrong. You know, Stills would have it wrong with his guitar.
That's right.
You know, so yeah.
But it's a lovely. I think some albums, when you listen to them, they can be Sunday albums, if that makes any sense. Like, this sounds perfect on a Sunday when you're chilling out, and it works. Yeah.
It's an absolute beautiful album. I love that album.
It's great.
And I don't know if you've ever been to LA. Have you ever been to LA?
No.
No. Well, when I went to LA, we did a tour of Laurel Canyon, and they took us to where that shack was.
Wow.
You know? And you could really feel it. And throughout the whole thing, with the Neil Young's house, we went to the guy from Aerosmith. What's his name?
Steve Tyler?
Yeah, Steve Tyler. He still lives there, actually.
Does he?
Yeah. And I was looking at the canyon and everything, and then everyone's turned around like, what the heck? And he goes, you just missed Steve Tyler going into the house in his car.
Whatever. Sod off. Yeah. I think it's a great Sunday album. Like, another one for that would be George Harrison's All Things Must Pass album.
Oh man, I love that album.
That's another Sunday album. You put it on a Sunday morning, it all makes total sense, and you can sit and chill and like that. And it's just wonderful to listen to, isn't it?
It certainly is. And that song in particular, I'm going to have that song played at my funeral.
Oh, what? My Sweet Lord?
Past.
Oh, no.
All Things Must Pass. I love that song.
You do?
Yeah, I do. But that's considered that only if I die, you know, because I am working on some things. So we'll see what happens.
Next week, I went, dong, Pete Saxon.
Jesus.
So did you want to play some music to start?
Yeah, let's play a video and then we'll get the guys on, okay?
Okay. So
this is a video from a band that we've played on Unknown Sounds. They're from California. They're really funky, R&B, a little bit of hip hop. They're great. And they honed their skills because they did a 3-year gig in Anaheim in California at Main Street in Disneyland.
Wow.
Yeah, so they had to play the songs that they were told to, but they also slipped in their original songs. So every night they got crowd reaction by like 1,000 people, so they know what was working and what wasn't.
That's really good.
Yeah, so let's have a song by them. They're called, what are they called, mate? Undecided Future. Oops, one sorry. I'm really bad at this. I can't see it, and it's not loaded, so I'll just have to do that now. Because we went off, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just here. So here it is, Undecided Future with the song You.
Shall I play it?
Yeah, you play it, mate. It's not working on my end.
1, 2,
I'm thinking about
stacking more than commas, hit after hit like a taking trips to the Bahamas. Got a ticket, baby, to the Amazon. Baby girl, my lioness is telephone number 1. Pussy can holler back at any time. Spirits got me dripping over echelon. You my heaven, baby. I don't need the hot sweat it up inside the sauna. Even when it's feeling, ain't nobody ever saw us, and nobody stopping us. Lord, I got the keys to the getaway. One day, one time, it's a sunny day. My top drop 'cause we fancy. Your top drop 'cause you're so into me. Talking on the phone, hang up all alone, but even on my own,
I'm thinking about you, my baby. You're the one thing on my mind. Seems like all the time. I'm thinking about you, my baby. Even when I fall asleep, you're the girl of my dreams. I'm thinking about you.
Tonight, rolling up and sipping on Bacardi. She's getting hot, yeah. But ladies party all around the world. Tell them I'm sorry, 'cause you're my only girl. Conversation late at night, hang up, say goodbye. Not around, but still a fight.
I'm thinking about you, my baby. You're the one thing on my mind. Seems like all the time I've been thinking about you, baby.
Oh,
even when I fall asleep, you're the girl of my dreams. I'm thinking about you.
love the way you dance, so gentle with your hands. You're the best, I'm so blessed I get to be your man. Each freckle on your face so perfectly in place. Amazing constellations like in outer space. Cuddle close at the movies, laughing at the sad scenes. The way you smile in my nose, sleep perfect way before you leave. I was wondering if you're free for the rest of your life. Come spend it with me, 'cause there ain't no one like you, my baby. You're the one thing on my mind. It seems like all the time I'm thinking about you, my baby. Even when I fall asleep, you're the girl of my dreams. I'm thinking about you. Come on, baby, here is kiss me, baby. Ooh, relax, sit back and trust me, baby. Ooh, come on now. And when I get home tonight, and you can count on that. I got me tripping up a echelon, yeah. Pussy can come back at any time, yeah. I got the keys to the getaway, getaway, getaway. You my heaven, baby, I don't need the highway. Nobody's stopping this noise. I got the keys to the getaway, getaway, getaway.
Wow. I like it. It's got a very sort of Bruno Mars funky kind of style type thing going on. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And right in the beginning, it could be a Prince song, couldn't it? It's like, oh, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's really, really cool, actually. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like those guys.
So where they're from?
California.
Oh, from California.
Yeah. I like Anaheim. Santa Ana, I think it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, it's got like a sort of funky Bruno Mars vibe, bit Prince in there as well.
Yeah.
Going on, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of different influences. What they did was the whole band comes from really different musical interests, you know?
Yeah.
And everyone's equal. They all contribute, put everything together and come up with what they come up. They've got a wide variety of music. It's really, really good stuff.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it's really interesting. Yeah. I mean, there was another band. What was that other band that did the same sort of thing? It was The Feeling. They were playing in, I think it was like south of France, and they were gigging and they were doing the same thing. They were doing covers and they put their own songs in.
Oh, cool.
And they worked out the same sort of set list. And, you know, all those songs like, I can't remember their songs now. You know, anyway, they were doing the same sort of thing and they're popping them in. And that's how they decided their sort of structure as well. That was really cool.
It's a good way to do it, isn't it? If you got that resource, why not use it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, are we going to have some special guests on now?
Yeah, let's get the guys in. Fantastic.
Right.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello. So, Pete, over to you.
Yeah, so we've got Maddie. Hello, Maddie. And we've got Jake.
Hiya.
These guys are in the fantastic band Say Yes, Do Nothing.
You got any stickers?
Yeah, Jake's the bass player and Maddie's the drummer.
Yeah.
Maddie's quite shy though, because he runs away a lot. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Say Yes, Do Nothing.
Can I just like slap these on your wall and just go?
Sure.
But yeah, that's hey, he's got one.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch, mate.
Yeah. Pete came to see us last night at the Beehive in East London.
That way.
Yeah, what a gig it was.
Did you enjoy it?
Ah, fantastic. These guys, Say Yes, Do Nothing is my favorite band right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Cool.
they are so good. You know, musically, they're really interesting, and they love each other so much. You could tell that. You know, you guys. I was watching you guys last night, and it was amazing. What was that song you were doing when Dave said we're going to do a real difficult one now, and Jake, you came out with, you know, an explicative. Oh no,
was it Lockdown?
I think it was Lockdown. No, it was the one after Lockdown, I think.
It was
Drop a coin, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Drop a coin. Yeah, drop a coin.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I was struggling as well because like
your face like
yeah. I was like when I have to go fast and it's it's full speed and it takes it out, honestly, like to do that for like 5 minutes straight. It's quite a long song as well, considering how fast.
Yeah, you guys did a great job though. And I love at the end, you know, you looked at each other and gave a high five, like, yeah, we did it. It was all right.
We're like, yes,
it's over.
It's over. No.
The pain is over.
Yeah. We've got a few battle scars from last night. The kit I had, because it was the in-house kit, it was it wasn't a bad kit, but the stage was quite slippery, so everything was like moving away and shuffling away from me. And I have a weird setup as well because I have the ride symbol on the left side instead of the right. Otherwise, I'll never use it. So yeah, I play kind of like Ringo. So instead of crossing hands, I just play on a right-handed kit and just open my hands instead.
Oh right.
So if I have the ride on the left, that's how I play. So it's a pain in the arse for people on the stage.
Yeah.
Because I have to move stuff about and so it took me a while to get set up last night.
Yeah. Robbie's a drummer, aren't you, Robbie?
I was back in the day, not anymore.
Oh, right.
Did you play in a band or?
Me, yeah, I played for a long time. Played for about 20 odd years. And then, you know how it goes. You just, I got to the point where I just got too old for it. And I just thought,
hey man, you're never too old to play the kit.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and then I had this excuse me, I had this beautiful drum kit that I had for about I don't know 15 years, and I just somewhere along the line I lost it, and I was like, that's it, I'm not playing anymore. And it was yeah, I had a choice of walking to work for 6 months or buying a motorbike, and I picked the drum kit. You can't ride a drum kit to work. No. And then I had it for many years. Then I lost it, and I just got heartbroken. I was like, I just can't do it. But yeah, like I love playing drums. So let's go back a wee touch. When did the band start, and how did you start?
So it's a weird story. So it was me first, and then Jake joined a few months afterwards.
Yeah.
So Paul, the old bassist, he moved back to Germany. So we didn't have a bassist. He basically asked me. He said, "Hey, I'm in this band. We need a drummer. There's a gig in like a few weeks. Do you want to do it?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure." One rehearsal later, with about I think 7 or 8 songs. Yeah, we do a gig actually not far from where Jake lives in Haggerston. It's called the Stag's Head. It's a nice venue. And me, Paul, David, and Dan, we did that. Jake came to watch, and I think straight afterwards, Paul said to David, he was like,
didn't he?
Yeah, Paul was like, yeah, Jake plays bass. You can ask him if he wants to join. And then
I think David came up to me. I'd never met David before, and he came up to me. I had a beer in my hand, and he's like, "Do you want to play bass for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure,
sure, yeah."
And
said yes on the spot. Yeah.
Nice.
So the band was formed. Yeah. The rhythm section was made.
David,
so how long are we talking? How long's the band been going?
We joined in
like April, I think.
April, even.
Something of like April time, I think. Like in the summer. This summer just gone.
I think.
No, it was that, and then it was a band quite long before I even moved to London, because I only came
lockdown, I think, as well.
Yeah. So I came to study in London doing audio production, and that's how I met Paul, basically. So that's the connection.
And me.
And you, yeah, and you. Yeah, no. So Say Yes Do Nothing was David and Dan, the 2 guitarists. And I think they had a few different drummers, different bassists. So they never really, like, they were doing gigs and a bit of recording and stuff, but it's only like now that, we've actually been able to gig like regularly with like monthly gigs, recording and stuff. So it's quite a new thing for us too, but for David and Dan, this goes back to like, I don't know, how long has it been going? Maybe 2 or 3 years, something like that.
I think it was before COVID, like 2019, 2020, I think.
Yeah. I don't think we've actually asked him when he made them.
We're not really. We don't really talk about that.
Terrible. We're a terrible rhythm section. We don't know anything about our bands.
But the rhythm section's the most important. Anyway, so when it comes to songwriting, does someone just bring it in, or do you sit around as a group with a bones of a song and then start working from there?
No. So the songs I had to learn for the first gig was pre-arranged. Like he had them on SoundCloud, I think. So all of the songs, he basically just said to me, "Is the set list? Can you learn it for the gig?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So all of those songs are David and Dan's collectively. So there's about 10 songs. So we haven't. We've changed the songs a little bit because there's
different players.
Yeah, because we're new, and we've been re-recording them and stuff. So in that sense, we've put our spin on the old songs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's quite. We haven't actually sat down and made a song per se. We just get in the rehearsal room, and if we like how it sounds, we keep it in. Do it for the gig, because it makes gigs more interesting than for people who keep coming and seeing it. So you don't hear the same song like over and over again.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I played. I interviewed David not too long ago, and we played some videos on there, and one of them was "By the Grace of God."
Yeah.
Now,
great song.
I don't know if you guys heard just the recording of that. It is quite Neil Youngish. It's very straightforward. But when you guys play it live, it's a totally different song. It just blows your mind, because it starts out the same way and then it just goes, "Rah!" It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's very. I think you can hear the energy when it's live.
Yeah, man.
No, because that is a personal favorite of mine to play, because it's just everyone has.
It's a good one.
Everyone has fun doing that.
Yeah.
And last night I got my. I'm going to call it the initiation of Say Yes Do Nothing. Got my own cowboy hat.
That's right.
On stage. So
happy birthday, by the way, mate.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, you can see I've got grey hair already. I'm getting old. Getting old already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? 20?
I'm 20 years old now. Not a teenager.
Rough. It must be rough on you.
Yeah.
I can't call myself a teenager. I have to be a young man now. Which
Yeah.
is,
Hey, you have to grow up. You're an adult now.
I do look like I'm 5 years younger than I am, but
Yeah.
I hope that stays for a while at least.
Yeah. You know what I like what you did what they did yesterday with what was it? The Swaller and Holler?
Yeah, Swaller and Holler. Yeah. Basically, the country version of Cheers.
Yeah. So Robbie, they all had a drink and they're all like, let's swallow and holler. It's like, yeah, and they're all.
Man.
You didn't have a drink on stage. Ah, come on, man.
No, Jake didn't. Jake's too into it, you know. He's got to concentrate.
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
The worst gig. Well, not the worst gig. The worst time I had at the gig was we were setting up. I had my drink next to the kit, and we didn't even start playing. We were setting up. David comes over and like knocks the whole pint on the stage, and I'm there like playing, like sweating. I'm like, my throat's like dry, and I'm like, I missed my pint.
That was the assembly, right?
That was Camden Assembly, yeah. So we did. So we've done the Beehive yesterday. The last one was Camden Assembly, which was a great gig.
It was
amazing venue. Were you?
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah. I didn't meet you, Maddie, but I met you, Jake, briefly.
Because we only met last night.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah,
it was great. Maddie, sorry, Jake, the song you sang yesterday, what was it called? Brave Enough
to Laugh.
That's a great song, man. You do a really great job on that.
Thanks a lot.
Do you enjoy singing?
I love singing. I mean, I in previous bands, I was always the guitarist and singer. So it's a nice little thing to be able to do.
I think it comes natural.
Yeah, definitely. You got to speak to Dave, because I know Dave. You know, he wants that spotlight.
Yeah.
He likes like pushing it away from himself though. Like he wants you to sing a song.
Yeah, he wants me to sing, which is it'll be a cold day in hell, I think. But Brave Enough to Laugh. It's a funny story because that was David wrote that song and he sang on it. And one day he just said to Jake, he was like, I think you'd sing this better than me. Do you want to take this song and play and sing on it? And he was like, yeah, sure. So like that kind of thing of like swapping it up and
I was only kidding about him wanting the spotlight, you know.
Oh no. He's
even when he's when you guys are on stage, you guys got such a great relationship between each other, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's always coming up to you guys and going against you, and Matt and you and him look at each other in a certain way. It's fantastic.
Yeah, there was one gig where I think I started to which song was it? Grace of God. At the end of Grace of God, we go into like a faster part at the end.
Yeah.
And So
I Brimful of Asher.
Yeah. So it's Huey. Yeah. So I stood up and I was playing the kit like standing up or trying to, and Dave comes over to me like next to me and just starts starts kicking me. Sorry. That's
all right, man. Don't worry.
I was doing so well.
I know. I had a word with him last night about it.
He just starts like coming over and kicking me when I'm playing. It's so funny. Yeah.
That's great. And one other thing about last night with Lockdown, Matt or Maddie. Do you prefer Matt or Maddie?
So people my age call me Matty. I find that, and then like my mum, like adults call me Matthew.
All right, I guess I should call you Matt.
Matthew.
I'm not going to call you
Matthew or Matt, but it's Matthew is like a very like.
Yeah,
I'm not fussed. Matty, Matt, whatever.
What's your last name?
Poole with an E.
Okay, I'll call you Mr. Poole.
Mr. Poole.
I do that.
You know, only people call me Mr. Poole. It's so funny. Back in Liverpool, I used to get called Pooley. That was a thing.
Yeah.
Same with my dad as well. He used to get called Pooley all the time.
Yeah.
Scousers.
Yeah. Well, in Lockdown, in the song Lockdown last night, there's one point where you're really going nuts on it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Your facial expressions, man. You are so into it. You can just feel the beat going through you.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Robbie, you have to see this band. Well, you're gonna. soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are really sincerely. They're they're my favorite band right now. They're great.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush.
Well, you're all masterful with the instruments, but a lot of people are like that,
That's true. Yeah.
But Dave's got a great sensibility in writing, and so does Dan.
Yeah.
And when you come together, that relationship really matters,
Yeah. And it also shows like in David when we're doing these songs, he does like he trusts in us to like. He basically said to me, I want you to do a solo in lockdown and just go crazy. Yeah. And I was like, right, I can do that. And every time it comes up, I'm like, oh God, I'm going to mess it up. But he he does push us to like, just make the live shows a bit more interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, he's told me that he's very, very lucky to have musicians like you guys on board.
Oh, he sings our praises a lot, yeah. And to be honest, without David, we wouldn't be a band because he, bless him, he does the t-shirts.
Yeah, he
gives out, he gets the stickers, he organizes the gig.
Yeah.
He is like the man.
He's the workhorse behind everything.
He's the workhorse. We're just, here to help him out as best we can.
Yeah.
It's a good dynamic because he works hard, especially having like a full-time job as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and he's married and everything.
He's married. He's got kids.
That's hard work.
That's right.
Sorry, Dawn might be listening.
Being married. Yeah. It's
and he's quite the showman. He's a really good showman.
Absolutely.
That's what he does best. It's the crowd work. I think he threw a book into the crowd last night.
He did. His favorite book.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what book it was.
I do. It was John Steinbeck of Mice and Men.
Oh, was it? Oh, I don't know.
Classic.
Yeah, someone got away with that. Yeah, we have to read that in school.
Exactly. Yeah.
George and Lenny.
Fantastic.
Is it George and Lenny? That's them.
Yeah. Tell me about the rabbits, George.
So I read it in school and I forgot all about it straight afterwards.
No, it was great. It was great. Great book as well.
The video you just showed us, the guy
Undecided Future. Yeah.
Yeah, great. It's a good track. It kind of reminds me of there's a band called Noah, Knower, and they've got a song called Overtime. And I think if you like that kind of stuff, you will like. It's similar, like it's a bit quirky, it's fun. It's not too serious. It's like a bit playful, but the musicality in it is like amazing. Like they're so good that we're playing like together. There's the live version of that song. It's called Overtime by Noah. I would urge you to
definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You guys probably haven't listened to my show, but I do a show called Unknown Sounds. You played Say Yes, Do Nothing on the last one that came out a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I play pretty much anything you can think of. It's all different types of stuff, from country to punk, reggae. We do everything. So we kind of like to mix it up,
Yeah, that's like our band because when someone asks us, what kind of like band or like what music do you play? It's quite a weird one because it's not really anything like directional.
Specific.
Yeah, it's like a big fat merge of like punk, rock,
country. Yeah.
Which hence the hats and all that stuff.
Kind of
and the holler and swallow.
Like wading through waters, maybe even going into like bluesy.
Yeah, definitely bluesy. Yeah, By the Bridge. Yeah.
Each song has some kind of like
its own texture, really.
Umbrella. Yeah. So we've got like the country songs like Hit the Top. Wading Through the Water is brilliant. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The guitarist likes to write the quite 60s bluesy like riffs, things like that. And they're some of the most fun songs to play.
Well, we've got a little video of you guys playing UK Trains. Should we play that?
Which one?
It's from Fiddler's Elbow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the Fiddler's Elbow. The camera was like the camera team did a really good job.
Yeah. Robbie, do you want to play that one, Rob?
Let's do it.
at the end of the show, just finger sticks, style. Yeah,
fantastic.
I like it. It's really raw, really noisy. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
Keeping it traditional.
Yeah, such a great show.
It's a great venue as well, the Fiddler's Elbow. Quite renowned.
I've never been there. Really
good.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's definitely for the music lover. 100%.
Yeah. I haven't been to. It was first time last night at the Beehive.
Yeah,
we've never been there either before.
We never heard of that place until we went there yesterday.
It's a very small venue, isn't it?
Yeah. Mate, it's
nice and cozy.
It's probably the surface area of this rug down here, and it's not very big. Like the stage is about the same size as where the people are allowed to stand. Like
exactly.
It's just like a cube of sound. It's really strange. But I mean, the gig's a gig.
I mean, it's like when you get these classic venues that you read about. I think it's I can't remember which one it was. I Maiden played there, and then me and my band played there. We got there, and the stage was like a postage stamp.
Like,
all these classic bands have just played on this tiny little square. It's amazing.
It's exactly. Yeah. We do prefer. Well, we favour not rooms that are like too so big that you can't see the audience, because then you can't really, you struggle to get the interaction, or you've got the big metal barriers in front, and it's like you feel a bit disconnected. But when you properly with the people watching, and you're right next to them, singing in the face, David goes out on out into the crowd and starts playing and stuff, has a little dance. Yeah, that's the best kind of gigs.
I played at a pub once in London, and we got there, and it was meant to be legendary, but I don't think it was. I think in their minds it was. And they had a shotgun behind the bar, and the ceiling had holes in it, and you could see people walking over the holes as we were playing. And their claim to fame was that Shane McGowan from the Pogues had drunk there. There's a picture of him leaning up against the wall throwing up.
Oh, lovely.
And it was, it was one of those gigs that I'm really glad I played it, because it was awesome. In the long run, it was, when I look back now, I'm really laughing about it. But that night was absolutely terrified.
Was it a very dive bar-ish?
It was, yeah. This is like the East End of London in probably the mid to late 90s. So it was, it's probably been Bordeaux's now, and it's probably a wine bar or something. But it was just, it was just one of those sort of them gigs that you play a gig that terrifies you, but it was brilliant at the same time. And it was,
we've been to some venues, and we get there and we're just a bit like, oh god,
this is a bit okay.
Not necessarily the actual pubs themselves.
Well, we've not had a shotgun yet.
Well, we've not had a shotgun yet. We haven't seen shotgun holes yet, so I think we've been quite lucky with the venues. We've played at some really good venues,
interesting places.
Yeah. So they're a bit quirky in their own way. There's the St. Moritz.
Mm-hmm. That was a good gig, though.
Which is some kind of Swiss lit by red lights bunker kind of thing. Meant to be really prestigious. Where else we played? Camden Assembly. O2
was
Academy in Islington was really good.
Oh yeah.
That was a good gig.
Good place.
I think that's the biggest one we've done.
Yeah, and that was the first one I played with you.
Was that the first one?
It was the first one I played with you. Yeah.
God.
Good start.
It,
yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Pete, I'm going to play a track next, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm going to line it up. Lads, so let's talk about sort of recording studios now. Do you think recording studios are important, or do you think home production is more important nowadays?
Well, both, really. Depends what you want, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, so Matt's studying audio production, and I've just finished my studies. So we're all doing it all ourselves right now.
Yeah.
We've got a room where we recorded drums. Sound really good. Hardly anything done to them.
Nice.
And
it's quite a makeshift process, really, because you've got all the gear and stuff, and if you need to do stuff at home, like tracking guitars, bass, that is, if you can do it at home,
it's so much more relaxed.
It's so much more relaxing. There's no going into the studios and having to time yourselves and things. It's very take your time with it, and I think that's where you make the best stuff, because you're chilled out in your own place, relaxed. But then things like drums, we can't have a drum kit in at home. Yeah, so things like drums and things. Yeah, but that's basically what I'm studying at the moment. Is just studio work and recording bands in the studios. So it's good to know how to do that, because if you need to do it, that's how.
The sound will probably be better, or I mean, not
Depending
even. Not, I mean,
You can get a good sound from home.
Yeah, I prefer that, I think, because I'm not a big fan of overproduction, you know?
Yeah, keep it,
Myself. And
I mean, you'll never be recording drums through a Neve huge console that is in front of you. I mean, it's
unrealistic. Like, for the amount of, like, the course I'm doing is only 2 years. So you get studio access, microphone access for these 2 years, and then that's it. And you're kind of out into the real world then. You know, you have to pay for things after that.
Yeah. Don't like that bit. Yeah.
No, but if you can learn the skills, you'll save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Fantastic. I brought that up because I'm going to play a video in a second of a gentleman called Paul Da Vinci, and I interviewed him 2 weeks ago, I think. So he was around in the 70s, and he had a hit with Sugar Baby Love and Your Baby Ain't Your Baby Anymore. And he sings this high falsetto voice. And we were talking about the music industry, and to cut a long story short, he sung on something and then they played it and he didn't get the credit. But he was talking about modern recording techniques, and he's been recording a lot of stuff in his home. So I just want to play you the track that he sent me the other day. Now I've got to be honest, I made this video last night because there was no video with it, so you got to ignore the video. It's me just messing around just so there's something to look at. And you might hear me talking right at the start because I just nipped it off these interview. But I'm just going to play you Paul Da Vinci's track, and I'd love to get your thoughts after about what you think of the track as well, because it's he's not actually released it yet, and we're the first people to hear it, so it'd be fantastic.
So is this track home recorded? Or
Yeah,
is it studio recorded.
I think
home recorded.
I think it's home recorded pretty much. Yeah, mastered.
Yeah. We'll see what it sounds like.
Okay, let's get it going.
The kind of love that lasts forever, the kind of love that fills me up, the kind of love that's a miracle, that kind of love could save the world, the kind of love that makes me sing, the kind of loving that you bring. I only need that kind of love. Love can be vanilla, sometimes love is tough, but your love, I can't get enough. Love me like a sinner, do anything you want. I just need the kind of loving you've got. Kind of love that fills me up, the kind of love that's a miracle, that kind of love could save the world, the kind of love that makes me sing, the kind of loving that you bring. I only need that kind of love. I don't have a castle, I don't wear a crown, but I'm a king when you're around. You got me feeling like a winner, standing out from the crowd. I can't believe this love I've found. makes me sing. The kind of loving that you bring, I only need that kind of love.
There we go. Paul Da Vinci there. Oh, that was me.
Cool track, you know.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's
The
kind of
chorus, the chorus opens up really nicely with the harmonies in the back and stuff. So that if that was recorded at home completely, that's quite impressive. It's a good
Cool,
sound
man.
for it. The
It's
drums
great.
as well. Do you know how the drums were recorded, or if it's?
I didn't ask. No, he was. He just sort of said he does a lot of home recording. Then I think he mastered it in a studio. But what's nice is, you know, Paul, who wrote that song and sung that song, he's 72.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's that, you know, you have this sort of thing in the industry, don't you, where they just write people off after a certain age. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's 72, so he'll have his own success with it. But if you gave that to someone else that was mainstream, I bet that would be a big hit, because like you're saying, the chorus is super catchy, isn't it? And I saw sorry, the guy with the beard, I can't remember his name. You were singing it. I watched you in the screen and you were singing the chorus. So
Yeah. You started going. Yeah,
that's it. So yeah,
the drums are quite like I'm a real believer in like having dry sounding drums, which is like the kind of, you can achieve that in a studio really, like, you know, that's the kind of sound
if
it is.
you've got a good room, it's really good. They sound like, the drums actually sound a bit like 80s or 90s drums, just like underproduced. Not like well overproduced as they are.
Yeah, but that's like a stylistic thing, I think.
Yeah, it's great.
It reminds me like the drums, especially like a very Steely Dan.
my favourites. Well done.
What's your favourite tune?
Any major dude will tell you, probably, and Peg, and pretty much anything else. Yeah,
Like
Dirty
Asia, Asia is the best album, I think.
No, come on.
Yes.
I think maybe Asia is,
But
Reeling in the Years, that's a great tune.
it's great, isn't it? Yeah, I saw them live about 15 years ago, and they were incredible.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
jealous.
And that's the first time I've seen someone run across a stage as well. They had a stage invasion. If you can imagine it, someone was running around. This big bouncer was like, woke up, went, oh no, to jump on it.
You've got great grooves.
But yeah, I mean, what I love about that track is like the harmony work in it, and he's a big fan of the Delphonics and all that sort of stuff, and you can hear that sort of soul sound in.
Even soulish.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, thanks, lads. I loved your opinion on it. So my next question for you is, someone very kindly has given us a comment. I can't pronounce that name, but thank you for the comment. It says, what do you think of the Beatles' new song, Any Day and Now and Now? I've not actually heard it yet, so I've not
heard it either.
No.
It's a new track, yeah. So they're using John Lennon on AI to do a new track.
Heard of that, yeah. I've not heard the song though.
I think
Have you?
I've not heard the song yet, but I know that they used AI separation or whatever it's called to. I think Paul played with Glastonbury or something. He headlined Glastonbury, and he did
so good.
He did a I've Got a Feeling, and he had John like with the isolated vocals like singing on the screen and stuff. That was really cool.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So, lads, being a band, are you worried about AI coming in and just destroying the industry? Is it a thing that worries you?
It's no, because you can never like. There's such a human like touch to making music that if like AI can make songs already.
I mean, I think
no one's gonna listen to it though, because it's
I mean, to be honest, there's this, what is it? I can't remember what it's called, like AI Oasis or Oasis.
Yeah. They made
some. I mean, like my friend showed me a couple of weeks ago. It's really, really good.
It's crazy accurate.
But I think they will only. I mean, I suppose they can like just kind of copy style of a band.
Yeah. I think what happens is
stuff will be harder.
Don't they study the technique and the style and the voices, and then they just go from there. They create
really good.
There.
Like, I heard that like it wasn't Oasis, because you could tell it wasn't Oasis, but you could tell it was very, very close.
It's very accurate, scarily accurate, but I don't think it's a threat or anything.
Not yet,
because you can't go and see an AI perform live.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a bit of a traditionalist and you like to go and see the shows and things, then and I think that's going to stay for a long time. Yeah.
But what about, I went to see the Abba Voyage thing the other week, and that's pretty much AI sort of holograms. So once they sync the two together, it might be a sort of, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to progress from now anyway. So we'll see what happens.
I hardly know anything about AI, so I have no idea.
Well, Dan went to see the ABBA show, and he said it was like one of the best things he's ever seen.
It's true.
Well, that's concerning.
I need to go and see that. I think
I also do.
It's still going on, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's got another 2 years, and I've heard that now Queen are in talks with the venue, so it could be a Queen show after.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's.
I'd rather go and see ABBA.
I was listening to ABBA on the way here, actually.
Really?
I was like, I have like an ABBA phase, and I'm just like, right, I need to play ABBA. Alfie from uni likes ABBA as well. So my lecturer is like obsessed with ABBA, so he loves playing ABBA and stuff on the speakers. And
great tunes. What can you do? They're great tunes.
You can't beat ABBA in like what? It was 75, was it?
Yeah, 75 to 80. Yeah, that's when they're really on fire. Yeah, I mean they'll probably be. I mean they're recognised now for like, Mamma Mia and stuff like that. But you're right. I think the songwriting is really underrated still.
Second to none. It's like the pinnacle of songwriting from that era. Like amazing.
It is. And they obviously had all the double musicians, like the double drummers, the double basses, like the Phil Spector sound. But I think they nailed it better than he did. I think it was. Yeah, they didn't wash it in reverb. They let it just ring through and stuff like that. And they're groundbreaking. I mean, the Abba Voyage thing was one of those things where it's hard to explain what it was like until you see it. There's a bit where they're doing, I think it was Voyage or something like that. And then it's like level, and then it turns this way. And then but your brain can't process what you've just seen because they're supposed to be this, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not screen. If it was on the screen, you would get it, but because it's live. And then the funny thing is right at the end, they come out as they are now, waving, and you end up like clapping and waving back at them, and you're like, funny. Yeah.
Just waving at a stage, knocking on it.
But what's lovely is they've thought about it carefully, and they have a live band on the side. So there's a live band playing along with them. So at least there's a musician in there somewhere. It's not all backing tracks and the AI. It's great. Pete, sorry, mate.
That must be a good gig for those musicians.
Yeah, because it's twice a day.
ABBA every night.
Yeah, twice a day, every day. Also, the money's
but also, I think it's a great performance. It's a great show. But when you go see a live band, there's interaction, isn't there? So your set would change every night, wouldn't it? You'd adapt to the audience and, feed off them, and they would feed off of you. With something like that, with AI, that's not going to happen.
No.
Sorry.
I mean, first, I just got to say hello to Ian Ollie, who's watching. Hello, Ian, by the way. He's just messaged you. But the thing is, once they start syncing up the like I said, the visuals to the AI, they can hit random, and it will mess that up. I think it's a really dangerous threat that's coming, and I'm worried about it.
I just think it just won't kick off. Like there's always like playing the music is like only 50% of the job. Like the other 50 is like putting a show on. It's two different skill sets.
I mean, there are also people who just enjoy playing, so that won't get lost.
Yeah, no, like it can make money. I'm pretty sure, like the ABBA thing.
Yeah,
but it's not about that sometimes. Like on a large scale, big companies, maybe they'll go into it and sell loads of tickets for AI shows, whatever. But there's always going to be the traditional like band setup. You go and see a band because that's that's what I'd do.
I agree. That's the heart of it. I think.
Yeah, it's
Pete, if you want to cue your next song up, by the way, next video. So lads, you're going to play at the Hope and Anchor next month. Are you excited about playing?
Absolutely. We're always excited. Yes. Yeah. It's a new venue. We've never been before. I feel like I've been though. Hope and Anchor. Hang on, we might have. Wait, is it in London?
It's in Islington, right off of Upper Street.
Maybe that's why.
I mean, if it's in Islington, we
probably.
Yeah.
It's a classic venue, mate. Madness made some videos there. U2, that was the first place that U2 played in London, famously to 6 people.
Isn't it like just across from the station?
It's little. No, that's the garage.
Right.
It's further down. If you come out of the station, make a right and go down. It's about 2 blocks down. It's a great place. You're gonna love it. It's down in the basement.
Brilliant.
Oh, nice basement gig. Yeah.
Cool. Really gritty.
Should we tell people why you're playing there, Pete? Do you want to tell people what it's about?
Yeah, it's a well, I do a show, Unknown Sounds, and I've been wanting to do a live gig with promoting some of the bands I've played. And when I first did it, I emailed everybody that I played on the show, like, what do you think about this? And I had hundreds of people saying, yeah, I want to play. Yeah, I want to play. People from the US, from Ukraine, everywhere. And I was like, what the heck did I get myself into? You know? So what I decided to do was just ask 4 local bands to play, and thankfully Say Yes, Do Nothing said yes. And what we're going to do is we're doing a live gig on November 5th in aid of Musicians Defend Ukraine. Now, we've done some shows just for Ukrainian artists to get donations for this organization. They're great. They only help people. They help the musicians that are actually fighting on the front line. So really, it's a fantastic cause, and we're part of it. And I'm so happy to have you guys and Sunpin Leaves, Plague UK, and Unorthodox. So it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, good lineup though.
Yeah,
So,
it's going to be a lot of energy.
Yeah, so the ticket sales are going to be donated to this.
Yeah,
charity.
all the ticket sales are going to be donated. We're not going to ask for money at the night because I don't like, you hate going to these gigs where they're like, okay, you're here now, you're captive audience, give more money, give more money. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We'll have some merch maybe if you want to put a pound in or whatever, that's fine, but nobody's going to ask for anything, you know? Yeah. So we still got some tickets at wegottickets.com. Just search for Unknown Sounds. It's right there. Tenner. It's a tenner for a night. It's fantastic. And I paid 20 just to see you guys.
Nice. We'll have a link in the description as well for people that want to find it easy. Just go to
It's going to be great.
Do they know about the song?
I guess.
Yeah, so we've a song. There's a song called we saw it, UK Trains. There was a slow version of that song way back when I started, and I heard that, and I always wanted to play the slow version, but we never do it live because we want to, we want to make sure people stay in the room and not go off for a drink when they hear the quiet song.
And so the fast one's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And he hates playing slow, obviously. We changed it up, chopped and changed up UK Trains, the slow version, and kind of, in homage to the whole Ukraine thing, we changed the lyrics, and I think we're going to release that soon as well, aren't we? And we're going to play it at,
to be honest, I'm not too sure what the deal is. That's all David.
Well, we're definitely gonna play it at the charity gig.
Yeah, Dave told me that it is being. Did you guys record it yet?
Yeah. We recorded it. Yeah.
So it's going to be released, and all the proceeds are going to go to Musicians Defend Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy about that. It's really an honor that you guys are doing that for us.
Thank you. No, it's all right. You're welcome. We recorded the drums a few weeks ago in the studio.
Last week,
was it last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
So it was quite an easy, quick process. We were doing all the other songs as well on drums. And it came to that one, doing it at the end, and it was, it was really, it's so fun to play. It was amazing.
Well, you got it really.
You feel good about it.
One take.
One take.
Yeah.
Brilliant. One take wonder.
Yeah.
That's when it's easy to edit and mix.
Saves you all the comping time.
Yeah.
Clicking.
No, the song's finished. We recorded it
finished.
Friday, Saturday, and then I mixed it on Monday and mastered it on Tuesday.
In your own studio?
Yeah, here at home.
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
Sound like Craig David. I recorded it on Monday, mastered it on Wednesday. Yeah.
I did in the interview. Dave actually plays the song live on the interview I did with him.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. He just him and a guitar.
I did like watch because I was on the way somewhere and I was watching it. I think it was on the train, but I got distracted by something. I need to watch the whole interview. Right?
It's quite good actually. We've had really good response. Robbie, have you seen that?
I saw the video, because I did. Yeah,
we got like 1,100 views.
Oh, nice!
Really?
Wow!
In 2 days, it's amazing.
Dave's a celebrity.
Yeah,
He's a celeb. He's got celebrity status.
Red coat and green pants.
Yeah, Dave is quite a man.
Right. I'm afraid time is against us, so we might have to sign off. So Pete's got one more video to play. Lads, thanks for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
It's been a
pleasure. It was great.
Thanks, guys. And we'll look forward to seeing you next month.
November 5th at the Hope and Anchor.
That's great.
Cool.
Thank you, lads. We'll see you in a bit.
Guys.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, mate. Thank you.
So, Pete, cool. What a cool band.
Yeah,
Nice.
fantastic, mate. They're great guys. They love what they're doing, and they do it really, really well.
And then if people want to come along, tickets will be available in the link in the description. You can come along and meet them and get stuff signed and get books thrown at you. And
Everything like that. It's going to be a crazy, crazy night.
All that. It's going to be great, yeah.
Let's play one more video. We'll just play it as we go out, okay?
As in, you want to play it and then leave?
Yeah, is that all right?
Yep, I just got to be quick on the button. That's all. So,
all right, no, we can come back, whatever you want to do.
We'll
But
do.
I love this band. It's called Battery Farm. They're from Manchester. They're a punk band, but this song is a bit skewed. You know, it's really, really interesting video. So let's have a listen to that now. Are we going to come back?
Yeah, we'll come back.
All right, correct. The Battery Farm. I love those sweet love songs.
I wasn't expecting that sort of heavy metal drop there. That was really cool.
I love that.
That was really, really cool. Yeah.
Did you like it, Robbie? Really?
Yeah, it's good. I like a little bit of that sort of screamy stuff. It's really cool. I didn't expect the EastEnders references either.
No, it's strange. Very strange, isn't it?
It was
but
really
they were
good.
all out like punk. You know, their first album was really vicious and visceral and just angry.
Yeah.
But they've developed a bit, and that's an unusual kind of song to hear from a traditional punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them.
I like it. We'll stick some links for the description for them as well, so people can find them as well.
Very cool.
Hello to Becky. She's watching. She just messaged and said, I'm watching as well. So hello to you.
Becky who?
Becky Williams, my lovely girl.
Oh, hi, Becky. Nice to see you.
Michigan said she watched as well.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to both channels, Unknown Sounds and Chatting Tracks. If you for Pete plays unsigned bands, and I don't play anything. I interview people. What do I do?
Yeah, you're not allowed to play
videos. I do live streams and all sorts of stuff. So you could check it out as well. Next month is extremely important. It's going to be great. And if you can't make it, if you could donate as well, that would be fantastic. There were links to both of those on the bottom. And thanks for joining us. And I don't know if we're going to go live next week or not. I'll take it. We'll put a post up.
See what happens. Yeah,
we'll wing it and see what happens. Because we're old,
crazy guys. We come and go as we go with the flow. We'll see what happens.
We like to be in bed by 8. So as long as
very cool. All right, mate.
All right. Thanks for watching, people, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.